is the visual workshop for Word Unit C. And we start by opening a file called Word C6. You'll find that in the Word C folder. The document is to be changed, at least in terms of format. There's no typing to do. And one of the first things we want to do is up at the top, I'm going to press enter and just get a blank line, insert some kind of a graphic that would be reminiscent of a diner. So I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm in Windows 13, so I don't have the same menu you have, but you should go to Insert Clip Art, and then you'll type in the kind of clip art you're looking for, and I'm looking for a diner. And then something will show up, and anything is okay. I'm going to use this second one, I think. So I'll go ahead and click Insert. You can use any one that you like. Now, whenever you insert a clip art or a picture, probably one of the first things you'll want to do is to right-click on that picture or that image, and then go to Wrap Text. And I'm going to choose the top and bottom wrap. That way the text will not go up around the graphic. The next thing I want to do is I want to use the sizing handles, and I want to stretch it out to about a little over 4 inches. I want to make it about 1.5 inches deep. And you can just eyeball that. This is now called a floating graphic, and I can position it right in the middle of the page. Okay, we want to save this file, so I'll do a File Save As. I'm going to save it in my Word C folder, but I'm going to call it Word C Nina's Trackside. The next change that I'd like to make is it wants the font to be in a Berlin Sans FB Demi. So I'm going to do a Control A, which is a shortcut to select everything. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose that font. So these are in alphabetical order. So I'll go to the B's, and there's the one that they want, the Berlin FB Demi. So we'll go ahead and choose that. Now I think these individual items, rather than putting those in that Demi, we're going to put those in Calibri. So we'll choose the body font for that. And then you can continue on down, and each one of the paragraphs you can change to Calibri. Or you can also highlight these and press your F4 function key, because remember F4 repeats the last format. You can also use Control to highlight multiple paragraphs, and then you can change your font to Calibri for all of those at one time. Okay, so that's a good start. Now let's go ahead and save our file. Remember, Control S is a quick. Okay, let's go up to the top of the screen and let's take care of these headings up here. The Nina's Trackside Cafe and the Daily Specials should be centered, so I'm going to highlight them both and center them. Nina's Trackside Cafe needs to be 28 point, so we'll go up here to our font size and change that. And then we also want this to be a kind of a red font, orangish red, so I'm going to pick a nice bright color. And then Daily Specials we'll select, and that should be 18 points. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of the dates should be 14 points. And what we can do is we can use our F4 key to repeat that. Just in the interest of time for the video, I won't bother doing them all, but you'll need to do that. Okay, let's go down to the bottom of the screen and let's deal with this line. This chef, your name, should be right aligned, so we'll click the right align feature. Of course, you'll take out your name and type in your own name. And this, I think, should be in the Calibri font, so let's highlight it and change that font to our body font, Calibri. Okay, that looks pretty good. Good time to save. Now I noticed that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is also this same color, this bright orange. So we'll go ahead and select that. And again, you can use your F4 key. Or you could highlight them all with a Control click. And then you could apply the color. And we'll go ahead and get the 14 point while we're here. Okay, and then looks like maybe the last couple of things to do are to deal with the alignment. We want a dot leader in front of the $6.50. We're going to set a right align tab at 6.5. Now I want to do this only once, so I'm going to highlight this whole section so that those tabs will be available for this whole section. So I'm going to go into the More button with the paragraph group. I'm going to go down to tabs, and I'm going to set a tab starting at 6.5. It's going to be a right align tab with dot leaders. And then I'll click Set and click OK. Now it doesn't look like anything worked, but what you have to do is you have to slide in here before the $ and hit your tab key. So you'll just slide your cursor in before the $, hit your tab key. And of course you'll do that all the way down. In the interest of time I won't finish that, but you'll have to finish that on your document. Now the last thing that we need to do is to deal with the spacing between paragraphs. If you look, we're kind of tight here with Monday comes pretty close to chicken, and then this line is pretty close to Tuesday. So we want to add some spacing. So I'm going to go ahead and select this whole section, and I'm going to go to my paragraph alignment and go to line spacing options. And it's right here that I can add spacing before or after a paragraph. And I think I'm going to try 4 points. So I know 6 is the default, but I know that's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and try 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and see if this all still fits on one page. In fact, it does. We could even maybe go 5. But that looks pretty good to me. All right, so I think that's good if you just finish it up. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's save our file.